Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Douglas from Prince George's County, Maryland, and I help people buy a home to gracefully age in place, to downsize or right size into the perfect home. In this episode, I want to explain, first of all, what is a senior real estate agent, and then also I want to share how a senior real estate agent is different from that of a traditional real estate agent. And then lastly, I want to share some reasons why it is beneficial for people 50 and older to choose to work with a senior real estate agent if you are purchasing or selling a home. Okay, so stay tuned. Welcome back. I know that you have been wondering, how is a senior real estate agent different from the traditional real estate agent? Well, listen, a senior real estate agent is an agent who has had specialized training to work with seniors. A senior real estate agent such as myself, we understand the specific needs and challenges that an older homeowner or buyer or seller may face, right? We are trained in no pressure approaches to help meet the needs of seniors, right? As a senior real estate agent, I am well versed in the different types of senior housing options within the Prince George's County, Maryland area, right? A senior real estate agent also cultivate partnerships with other professionals who can provide services that are necessary for seniors, such as estate planning, probates, taxes. We provide referrals to senior living facilities, right? Because sometimes aging in place at home may not be the right choice for you, right? Or everyone, right? Some people may require more help with everyday living, right? Or memory care, right? So it's not staying at home, aging in place at home is not is appropriate for everyone, right? We also work with downsizing and organizing professionals. Listen, when you have lived in your home for 10 years or more, we all tend to accumulate stuff, right? And then also we have a lot of memories in the home, right? Well, a downsizing organizing professional will help you or can help you decide what is necessary to keep and what is necessary to donate or sell, right? So we work with downsizing and organizing professionals to help you purge some of the items that you don't need, because if you're going to be downsizing or even moving into a senior living facility, sometimes they're smaller than your home. They could be smaller than your home. And so it will require you to get rid of some things, right? So we partner with people who are professionals at downsizing and organizing, right? We also partner with senior moving managers, right? These people help you to pack and to box and even plan your move, right? Listen, you want to plan ahead of time, right? Well, a senior moving management will sometimes have a crew on hand, most times have a crew on hand to help you move from station A to station B. So in other words, from your home that you are now into the assisted living facility or wherever you choose to move. So senior real estate agents work closely with senior moving managers so that they can help you to pack up your things, box your things, and get you transition or moved over to your new place, right? And the other thing is that a mortgage professional. We work closely with mortgage professionals to help you retrieve your home equity if you choose to do so that you can, go on a vacation or a lifestyle, change your lifestyle or, financial lifestyle, right? Or we can, or the mortgage professional can tell you what your options are for financing your home investment, right? Such as the reverse mortgage and things of that nature. They're knowledgeable, of course, about mortgage programs that may or may not be, they'll explain the different programs so that you can determine which option is appropriate for you. All right, so question. How old is the oldest first-time home buyer? Let's table that for a second and I'll come back and let you know what the answer is. Now listen, if you are buying a home at 50 years and older, using a senior real estate agent will be very, very helpful. I understand your needs of not only today, but also later down the road. I have an understanding of the specific features in a home that are necessary to help you to safely age in place, should you choose to do so, right? For example, we're older now, right? We don't want to deal with the whole lot of stairs. Right now, homes are being built in a way that you come in on the basement and then you have to hike up all of these stairs to get up to the master bedroom, right? Well, we're older. We don't want to deal with a lot of stairs, even if we're physically able to, right? Not to mention having to carry groceries or even laundry up the stairs, right? So there are some specific needs that we have now that we're older, right? In terms of the grass, we don't want to cut a lot of grass. We don't want a huge amount of yard space or grass, right? Some people do. And if that's your preference, that's fine. But for the most of us, now that we're older, we don't want to deal with a lot of that, right? There are some accessibility concerns that you have to be, or issues that you have to be concerned about, right? Getting in and out of the house, right? There are also lighting. The faucet, there's special faucets for, and doorknobs as well, for aging in place, right? Technology, you have to embrace technology now that we're older, right? And then the floors and everything, right? So I am well skilled and knowledgeable about the ways that you can modify your home so that you can make it safe to age in place, right? There's no such thing as the perfect home, right? But there is a home that's right for you, right? As a senior real estate agent, I am also knowledgeable about local and federal funding that can help you to make the modifications to your home if necessary, right? For example, put in a ramp. Putting the ramp outside to get you inside the home, grab bars, and then also changing a bathtub into a walk-in shower, just to name a few, right? Okay, now did you guess? How old is the oldest first-time home buyer? The answer is 86 years old. Right? This gentleman lived on his family's farm his whole life. As he got older, he moved into a home care facility, but he thought about the fact that he had always wanted to own his own home, right? So he set out to purchase his own home so that he can spend the rest or his last years, he said, of his life in his own surroundings, in some place that he calls his very own, right? Listen, thanks to the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, there is no age limit on taking out a mortgage, right? You can be as old as you like, or I shouldn't say as young as you like. You can be as old as you like, right? As long as you meet the financial requirements. So you still have to, no matter how old you are, you still have to qualify, whether you are 20 years old or 96 years old, right? You still have to qualify. You still have to prove that you are able to repay back that loan. Did you know that statistically nearly 50% of empty nesters or baby boomers choose to downsize their home during retirement? Nearly 50%. After life changes or living in the same home for years, thoughts of even living closer to home, many retirees feel a strong desire for new adventure in a new location, right? So listen, when you sell a house with a senior real estate agent, you can, a real estate agent can help you, a senior real estate agent rather, can help you use your equity to pay for a new home, right? We can help you to sell your house to pay for care, right? Long-term care. Or we can help you leave an inheritance or even liquidate assets by selling your home, right? A senior real estate agent understands how Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security can affect your property and your finances, guys. We are aware of pitfalls of Medicaid and such as the right to recover costs spent on care even after you die, right? So a senior real estate agent understands those things, including they understand the local real estate market and what it is doing now and how it affects the buyer and the seller. Right now, for example, it is a seller's market in Prince George's County, Maryland, right? So we understand how you can use that to your advantage, whether you're a buyer or a seller, when it comes to being strategic in selling your homes, right? So the other thing is that a senior real estate agent can help you with negotiating or determining whether or not a home buyer's offer should be accepted, declined, or negotiated, right? Based on your lead, of course. But we can help you make those decisions, right? A senior real estate agent helps you with staging your home to get it sold quickly. And for top dollar, we help you to display your home or show your home, right? We give you points on how to be safe, right? Because we seniors, we're older people, we have to be safe in terms of showing our home and yet being safe, right? So we show you ways that you can show your home for the exposure, but then also keep yourself safe, right? We show you how to negotiate the sale and the closing. And then also, like I was saying earlier today, we help you to understand the importance of downsizing. In other words, getting rid of some things, or as in selling them, donating them, or choosing what is sentimental enough that you have to, you want to keep it with yourself, right? So a senior real estate agent is helpful in all of those different areas. Did you know that living in an assisted living facility or a senior apartment can be just as much or cost just as much as living in a traditional rental, right? They can cost just as much, right? So a senior real estate agent can help you find some rentals that are subsidized or income-based apartment complexes, right? So senior real estate agents have that listing. We have those connections to be able to get you into a place where you can afford to live where you are. Because think about it, when you're retired, you're on a fixed income. You're not making as much as you would when you're working full time. And yet, at the same time, like I said, some apartment buildings, some rentals charge you just as much as traditional. The only difference is, in some cases, is the fact that they go by the 80-20 rule. In order for a community to be considered senior communities, or senior apartments, it has to be follow the 80-20 rule. 80% seniors and yet 20% of other ages, right? But like I said, when you're dealing with the senior real estate agent, we have resources to help you find senior houses that fit your income, right? So that you're not overwhelmed, because a lot of us, we may be on medication. Like I said, we have a fixed income once we retire, and so we can't always afford to pay those fees or the amount of the rents, right? And not only that, something else you should know is that senior apartments, as well as senior assisted living facilities, independent living facilities, they their rent can go up just like the traditional apartments. So it's not a thing where they consider that you're on a fixed income, so they're not going to raise the rates. No, that's not true with senior living, like all the time. A lot of times it's just as much as the traditional, and you also subject to the 3% now in Prince George's County, Maryland. There's the 3% rental cap, 3% rental cap that Prince George's County, Maryland is allowed to charge. There's actually, I was reading an article a few days ago, and there is this apartment complex in one of the cities here in Prince George's County, Maryland, and they actually renewed those leases for more than 30%. I'm sorry, 3%, more than 3%. 3% is what it should be. And they renewed the daggone leases for more than that, right? And so now they're in a lawsuit because they're trying to charge their tenants more than that 3% cap, right? So we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, a senior real estate agent, again, have those connections, and we have those, we understand your needs in terms of being on a fixed income and having those other expenses. And so we strive to help you to live comfortable so that you're not, oh, I always get this wrong, so I'm not even going to say it. Something about that house rich and cash poor, something like that. I always get that wrong. I don't even know why I don't even know why the thought came to me. So guys, a senior real estate agent can help you with that. Quick fact. Did you know that nearly 90% of seniors choose not to sell their homes? They choose to stay in their homes as they get older, right? And listen, respecting their wishes to age in place is an important way for you to support them. And by the way, aging in place is when a person chooses to live in their own home and community safely and independently as they grow older instead of moving into a senior facility, right? As a senior real estate agent, we understand that no home is perfect, right? But there are ways for you to make specific modifications to help you age in place safely, right? So a senior real estate agent can help you plan ahead, right? We can help you plan for the challenges that you will face as you get older, especially regarding finances, mobility, health, and then also your personal needs. I, Brenda Douglas, and the 50 Plus Home Team will send you an aging in place home safety checklist per your request. All you have to do is send us an email at 50plushometeam@gmail.com. And listen, one last cool fact. According to the World Health Organization, people worldwide are living well beyond their 60s, right? People are living longer, guys. In fact, in 2020, the number of people at age 60 and older outnumbered the children that were younger than 5 years old, right? So again, seniors are living longer. They're more vibrant. They're more active. And they are living longer due to a variety of factors, right? So that is good news, right? Well, I, as a senior real estate agent, will offer you a customized approach to your living situation that fits your overall life plan. So whether you are considering aging in place, downsizing, right-sizing, purchasing a vacation property, or even at moving into a rental property, I can help you, right? I am qualified to help you with your senior needs. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this episode. I really wanted to emphasize or show you or teach you the difference between a senior real estate agent versus a traditional real estate agent, right? We have specialized training to help people 50 and older to live comfortably as they get older, right? So listen, guys, don't forget to get your home safety, your agent in place home safety checklist by sending us an email at 50plushometeam.com. My name is Brenda Douglas from Prince George's County, Maryland, and I want to thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.